What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we are back again. Listen, it's been a week. I've been clean. Okay, listen, I've been sober. If any mishaps happen tonight on this review, once again, I apologize for last week's review. If any mishaps happened last night, on this one, listen, just know I literally just woke up. I took a nap and then I realized that I took a nap and I literally just woke up. That's what it is, okay? It's nothing else involved. I'm sober as hell, okay? Not even the liquor in me, But y'all, I don't be doing those things like that, okay? It's like here and there, and that night just got the best of me. Anyway, moving on from that, so I sincerely apologize to some that probably didn't like it. Moving on from that, this is the Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? And we are here with episode 6, well, season 6, episode 9, High for Infidelity, okay? So we get into the episode. Girl, Karen getting a little foot massage from Ray. I said, Ray, please don't break her foot, okay? I don't want your hand to cramp up and then all of a sudden get stuck right there and you just can't, the arthritis from one arthritic bitch to another, okay? But anyway, she talking about the vow renewal and they got a date. I think she got a dress already. Then she talking about a second dress. When she said a second dress, Ray was like, huh? Second dress. I said, exactly. You got to have one where you're going to get married in, and you're going to have one where you're going to play around in the reception, okay? You got to stunt. If you're going to do this the second time especially, you got to stunt. That's what Karen coming from, I feel, because I probably would have did the same thing. I got to have something comfortable that I can just break out in when I get to the reception and I got to do my the thizzle, you know what I'm saying? Got to show out a little bit. But anyway, we get to Mia. She getting ready. She needs Gordon to come and help her pick out something good to wear to see her mother. Okay, and she's a little nervous, and this is her bio mother, I believe. And she was like, she just want to make a good impression on her mom, and she want her mother to leave the meeting with her, in a good space. She don't want anything to go wrong. She don't want anything from Mia to be the cause of her to relapse, because she has been doing great in her sobriety, and she just want her to stay that way. And she just needed a little bit of reassurance from her husband, and that's what was happening. Speaking of husbands, here's Wendy and Eddie, okay? So their kids are so adorable to me, but all the kids on this show is adorable to me, to be quite honest. So they come over there. Wendy was like, "Oh, you miss me?" "Yeah, I miss you, boo." The kids miss you especially, okay? Especially Cruz, I was like, all right, that's cute or whatever. She was like, "Baby, I told you all the stuff that happened, some of the stuff that happened up in Williamsburg." And he was like, "Yeah, that's kind of messed up." She was like, for them to say all of that and to do all of that, and it's just like, to know our history, like, you trying to say that you my friend, but you gonna come at my marriage like that. It's because they don't have stable marriages like that, like, the love and the stability of a marriage just like we have, and they never will, okay? Like, Wendy throwing all these shots, okay? Some of it's true, you know what I'm saying? They don't have stability in their relationships at this point, but at the same time, I forgot about the fact that, the issues that Wendy and Eddie went through to get married. His family not approving and not showing up for the wedding, and not even seeing the baby, the last baby girl that was born, and that whole tense relationship that they have. I just forgot all about that. So then I'm thinking, and I was like, okay, well, I can see a little bit. I can add that just a little bit to the reason why Wendy got so pissed off, okay? And you would expect your girlfriends to understand it. And truth be told, like I already said on this subject, because we're not finna spend too much on it, had they took her to the side and just asked her, is everything cool or whatever, not try to bring it up in front of the group, not keep on asking and keep on asking and keep on asking once I told you I'm good, okay? Wendy does look like the type, if she really, most people, I ain't even gonna say Wendy, if I'm cool with you and I established that we are actually friends and I feel like something is going on, I will come to you. I will come to you when I need to talk, okay? Sometimes you just got to let people come to you. You know what I'm saying? You can't just keep badgering it and badgering it and badgering it, okay? And that whole infidelity rumor, if it was a rumor, it should never brought up. It should never been brought up, okay? Gizelle, you was wrong in that, all right? Meanwhile, Gizelle and Robyn doing this damn podcast, okay? And the first thing they're doing, just so happen this episode is about relationships and cheating. Will a man cheat? Well, if a man cheat one time, he'll do it. It's 350% chance that he'll do it again, okay? And Gizelle gonna say, how come I wish I would have known this statistic 2 years ago. And then the producers caught on to it and was like, well, 2 years ago you was dating Jamal. So are you trying to say something? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, no, that's not what I meant. I'm just being sarcastic, but I'm just saying, like, no, girl, you was telling the truth. You just spilled your truth for just a little bit. You implied something, okay? You kind of implied that something was going on within that relationship. So therefore, if it was your good girlfriend or your good ex-girlfriend, she probably wasn't wrong about some stuff going on. And everybody else that was assuming stuff, they probably most likely was right too. And that's why you was getting all up in your feelings about it, because people was actually coming through with your truth and you did not want to reveal that that's what your truth was. If that's what it was, okay? If you were so-called being sarcastic, okay? You just kind of implied and spilled your tea just a little bit. I took it that way, because it's Jamal. Then you give your history with him and all this stuff. And even Robyn said, I ain't look at that relationship to see as if it was going to be serious. I just knew it wasn't going to work. Robyn been saying that from the jump, okay? Moving on, we talk about Robyn and her relationship and how, her and Juan was going through problems and he cheated. But she said, listen, I'm already here. I'm not finna let this go. I'm going to stay. I was young. I was dumb. That's what it was. But at this point in time in my life, you're not going to be able to get over on me. You're not going to be able to make me cry like that again. I said, Juan probably been up in there making you cry this whole damn time. Robyn, you are not going anywhere. Juan is going to be the one that's going to have to leave, okay? Because Robyn is very much content in the situation that she is in. Truth be told, Juan nor Robyn cares whether or not they get married or anything. And that is fine, which I wish they would just go ahead and admit that and step into their truth, okay? And understand, you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be married. If your situation is working for you right now, let that be, okay? Because y'all dragging y'all feet on this. Girl, as long as we've been together, let me tell you something. Robyn and Juan been together for so freaking long. So as soon as that engagement came about, I would have been married like the next month. Give it maybe 3, okay? Because what we gotta wait for? What we gotta wait for? But then again, did they have the money? Even then, girl, it would have been simple. You know what I'm saying? Got my family and friends or whatever, and we would have did something nice. Probably do a little destination something. Like, come on, if you really wanted to get married, y'all would have been married. That's what it is. And then Gizelle brings up talking about something, and I'm going through a situation now where there's a good girlfriend of mine that she going through her own issues with infidelity, and I tried to help her out, but she took it as me being shady. I said, you still implying that if she's talking about Wendy, okay? And you're still implying that this stuff is actually happening, at the same time saying we already know that it's a rumor, but you're implying that it's happening by saying she's going through her own issues with infidelity as if it's happening. Girl, Gizelle, just be quiet. That's it. So we get Candiace, she trying to get caught up on some assignments because she is in school for a master's program. She got a group that she got going on and they trying to work on assignments, and she talking to Chris, and she was like, listen, we had stuff to do while we was up in Williamsburg, and he was like, I mean, you are working on your master's, so that's what happens. So she's just getting a little overwhelmed because she got school work to do, she got this music video to do, she got to learn the choreography. She's sitting down there, she's telling Chris about how Williamsburg went and how she put out there and had them competing for the choreography competition or whatever. But then Candiace, let me tell you this, okay? And this is what some people have been having issues with, and I've been seeing some people reviews or whatever, and it is this, okay? Some of the people that are close to Gizelle, they'll call her out in the confessionals, but they won't necessarily do it to her face, okay? They will let her slide and make excuses for some of the things that she is saying, Candiace, she was just basically like, Gizelle, while we was there, she was trying to say that since I'm letting you be my manager, it's like you're living in, you know, using my coattail. You know what I'm saying? Living off my coattail. And of course, Chris, he wasn't cool with this. He just laughed it off because he's like, people don't realize that you were there supporting me through my journey. You know, you even went to as far as being a hostess at my restaurant when we were short staffed, and nobody know all the stuff that we done for each other. So for her to say that is very much laughable. You know, Candiace had to say, you know, Gizelle just needs to shut her mouth up because, like Chris said, somebody that's miserable will project that miserable stuff onto others. And even Candiace said she just needs to be shut up. Okay, she just needs to be shut up. She just needs to shut up, okay, and stop projecting what's going on in her life onto other people, because that is what Gizelle do, okay? Because she hasn't had a successful relationship. She projects and, you know, put off of her experience on other people that are either trying to get into a relationship or who are in a relationship, and you have so much to say about these other people's relationship, but yet nobody can comment on yours. You can't offer no information about what's going on with yours, okay? I don't like that. And I wish Candiace would have told her the same thing that she said in that confessional to Gizelle's face that night or the next day when it was brought back up, you know. But hey, that's her friend, so, you know, you do it, handle it the way that you want to handle it. But she wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong, because this is what Karen pointed out. This is what everybody else has been pointing out, you know, about Gizelle. Meanwhile, you know, she said, and then Ashley brought her big forehead ass. I said, not big forehead ass. Went into the kitchen with her titty milk, and she done started all this stuff or whatever with Wendy. And I know she started it or whatever because she was up in there all gleeful or whatever, talking about something. Ooh, it didn't go the way that I thought it would go. I said, bitch, when she said big forehead ass, that shit took me out. I said, come on now, Candiace, we're better than this. We are better than this. We are going down another path. She was like, people was trying to tell me, listen, Ashley has changed. Ashley has changed. Give her another chance. Ashley ain't changed, okay? Ashley ain't changed. That's why she cool with Gizelle, all right? Ashley has not changed. You know, just because a person give birth, you would think, give birth or become a parent in any type of way, you would think they will wisen up, mature up, or whatever. No, they still got that little shadiness inside of them, that little messiness inside of them or whatever. Ashley is really that, okay? And we just don't see the fullness of it just yet, but it is still there. And when she came there to Williamsburg, we saw a peak of it. It peaked back up, okay? You know, because you didn't have to sit there with Gizelle and talk about this rumor, so-called rumor. You didn't have to, you know, bring it up there. You didn't have to let Gizelle tell you to go talk to her individually. You could have said, yeah, I mean, I've been through the same thing or whatever, but, you know, let's just hold off and see what happens. Maybe Wendy already know. We don't need to talk about it. Let it go. Oh, no, we got to delve into it, okay? We got to play all the way in it, you know? So I'm not even, at the end of the day, I just wanted Candiace to say, I don't fuck with you, okay? I don't like you. I never will like you anymore. And it is so crazy how Candiace came into the show from Ashley, from being her friend. Ashley brought her on the show, and now they didn't fall out. You know what I'm saying? That is so crazy, because now you're just seeing people real colors for how they are, okay? And everybody has been saying since day one that Ashley is messy. Y'all remember when she Googled Robyn and them or whatever? Truth be told, I was trying to defend Ashley a little bit. I remember that because I was like, if I'm getting around some new people that's supposed to be something, I'm gonna Google them a little bit. But I ain't gonna put their business out there and put it on Front Street while I'm on TV, or, you know, while I'm in a group and bring up their mess. That's what Ashley did. That's the difference. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of us Google people, or at least look them up on Facebook or Twitter or social media trying to get a feel for them. Nah, that's what it was. But anyway, speaking of Ashley, she did it the wrong way. Speaking of Ashley, they go to the doctor. I guess it's like a massage therapist or whatever for infants. And because baby Dylan, he's having problems latching onto a bottle, to a nipple. And, you know, it getting to the point where she would have to get up every hour to just feed him because of this. And she's lacking energy. Understandable. It happens. And basically giving the baby a massage. Let me tell you something. TikTok is a wonderful thing, okay? I never thought that it would be so informative. I'm so glad that I downloaded that shit. First of all, it's taking away from my sleep. That's one. But also, I've been seeing some videos about this, like, the babies getting massages and stuff. If you have a baby, that is a good look. Okay, get them a little massage or whatever. They bones be cracked. Okay, they be cramped up and everything. They need to be cracked out too. I be seeing little babies getting little chiropractic stuff. Just simple little stuff and little easy maneuvers that be making them feel so much better. The relief that be in their eyes. So that probably is gonna work for little baby Dylan. Because they trying to go this route before they have to go surgical route. And Michael, he was asking questions as any parent would, but he was not letting the doctor, continue to talk and fully answer before he asked the next question. She's sitting there like, damn, bitch. She wanted to say, can you just let me finish? Can you just let me finish? Okay. And some of that questions that he was asking were double questions, but worded differently. I said, bitch, you just said the same thing. What is your best result? What is your best accomplishment, achievement? That's the same thing, okay? But, she did what she had to do. They in a car, hoping everything goes well. And, Ashley brings up the intimacy that they are lacking because she's not fully ready for that yet. Her body's still healing. And he was like, she asked him, did you see the baby come out? Because I told you not to do that. He was like, I saw the baby, but I wasn't thinking about your vagina spreading open wide, to all outside until you just said that. But, you looking good or whatever, you getting back in shape, you're not too fat or whatever and all this, and you getting back to what you're doing, I'm still kind of attracted to you. I don't know, the way that Michael said that, it kind of was like, excuse me, he just wouldn't, he the type that want his woman to be one particular size, and that's it. Okay, all of us are different, and some of us, some people that do play a part in the attractiveness or whatever to their mates if they gain a little bit of weight or if they lose a little bit of weight. But after childbirth, especially in the early stages, and I get them that first year, okay, I would not be worried about what my spouse is going through, whether or not she getting back to the same weight that she wanted to get back to or she was prior to the baby, because of all the stuff that she got to do to take care of the baby. Plus she carried that baby, and I was just sitting here looking at her. You know what I'm saying? Baby girl, you do what you want to do, and you get back into the shape that you want to get back into when you are good and ready. I'm not going to press you. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to make you feel insecure about it, okay? But, it happens. Maybe it's just me, but I just didn't like the way that he kind of said that. And you saw the way Ashley looked when he said it, too. But that's them. They'll be all right. She ain't leaving that man. Robyn gonna go in there to her youngest, and I believe he was the youngest, okay, Carter, while he curled up on the couch and say, so have mommy been being unproductive, and how I get you guys up at, real late for school. Have you been turning your assignments? Okay, cool. But how I've been getting you up at late for school or whatever, and then I go back to bed, and then I get up and I'm not really doing anything, and it takes me a while to do something. Okay. So I'm thinking about getting a life coach. What for? And I'm sitting here like, Robyn, you should be talking to Juan about this, okay? That's who you should be talking to. Granted, the kids probably already know that something ain't right with their mama or whatever, but at the same time, the little boy don't understand what a life coach is, okay? This is a conversation you should have been having to Juan. Juan ain't there no more, so you can talk to. Girl, why you need to tell the little boy that? He probably would have understood therapy or whatever, but life coaching and all of this other stuff, I just felt like this was just a little fake scene to me. I don't know. But, she wound up calling the lady, and the lady was like, life coaching, people think about it as therapy, even though she has a degree in psychiatry and all that stuff, but that's not what she's doing. In therapy, life coach is for people who are mentally, emotionally stable, okay? And I feel in this case with Robyn, she need both, okay? Get you a life coach and get you a therapist to work in conjunction, okay? Because something ain't all the way right there. The reason why you like to stay in this mess that you are in with this situation that you are in with your family life. But moving on from that was going on with them. We get to Mia, girl. Mia with her mama, okay? And you know what? Okay, Mia, she got on my nerves last weekend for the past few episodes because I felt like, she can't play neutral. She, this side, that side, this side, that side, okay? But in this instance, I saw Mia, okay? I actually like this Mia because we get into a real person and her background, more into her background. I don't know how long this gonna stay, okay? But for this moment, she was all right with me. I like hearing people's stories and their struggles and stuff that they go through so I can get to know why you work and tick the way that you tick, And so at this point, I also like the fact that even though her mother and her have not had such a great relationship, it's been strained. Like Mia said, she's trying to ask, she want to ask her questions to understand why there's such a disconnect. And the mom is okay completely with her calling her mommy and being very, lovable with her. Like she's almost childlike when she's with her mother. Like, and that kind of just did something to me. I was like, oh, I couldn't help but say, oh, at that, because sometimes when it's a disconnect or, the parents ain't around and then they try to reconnect, they don't necessarily want you calling them mama like that or whatever. I seen that happen. It always bothers me, but and sometimes the kids don't feel comfortable because of the stuff that happened, and that was cute. But they sitting down there eating. Listen, these restaurants getting a little bit too fancy for me, and I understand probably because of COVID or whatever. Let's scan the barcode to get the girl, I ain't got time for that. What if I would have left my phone at home? Okay, what if I would have left my phone at home? Somebody gonna give me a paper menu? Okay, girl, anyway. But see, that wouldn't happen because y'all know I keep my phone everywhere. But I'm just saying, I said, me, you gonna do this for your mama? Mama said I got it. I said, oh, okay. So they sitting down there, they having a good time. At first it was a little awkward silence, but then Mia popped it off and was talking about the grandkids and how they just running her ragged or whatever, and talking about her youngest daughter, and she was like, she act just like you. Okay, the grandma was like, she act just like you and you get it from your daddy. Okay, she was like, what, when you was younger, the stuff that you get from your daddy, I'd be like, oh, I couldn't stand this little girl because she act just like her father. And that kind of like shook Mia for a little bit. You don't want, because sometimes when people be like, oh, you act just like your dad, they coming, or you just act like your mama or whatever, they're not saying it in a nice place, okay, in a nice way. They coming from a negative place, from a negative experience that they had with that person. And that's how she came off, and Mia caught it. Okay, so she was like, what happened in the relationship with you and my dad that make you feel that way? Mama didn't want to talk about it at first, but then she let us know that it was the father that wound up getting her on drugs, and then she was talking about the fact that when Mia got burnt, and this probably why Mia don't really expose her body a little bit, but then again, she was an escort. Let me stop, a stripper. I was about to say because she got the scars on her body as she let us know, but she said she don't remember the incident. She said you was on the stove cooking oatmeal, and then you wasted it on your side of your arms and stuff like that. And she was like, she was at work for 15 minutes. Then she got a phone call saying that she needs to rush home. And when she finally get home, she was confused as to why she needed to rush home and where her father was, okay? And why couldn't he take care of that situation and keep her informed about it? She gets home, he's downstairs in the basement with another woman. I said, bitch, niggas ain't shit sometimes, okay? Girl, I said, that is trifling. He had them demons running through him, okay? And she was like, at that point, she was like, I have to get away from him. I'm over him. I'm done with him. I left him. And then she was like, 3 days later, it was like, I can't be without him. I need to go back to him. And it was like, I almost committed suicide over this man, to stay with this man. I said, bitch, let me tell y'all something. I don't want to love somebody that deep that I feel like I'm going to take my life over them, okay? And I know we can't help what happened, but baby, whew, don't love me that deep that you feel like, I don't want to, that'll make me feel so bad. You have to live with that. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. That's some, I don't know what type of love that is, but baby, that was a lot, all right? And Mia is learning all of this, and she's happy that her mother and her are able to open up, and, she's learning this, and they're connecting. And even the mom said, yeah, they hope to do this more often. They should have been doing this. This is a conversation that should have been had. So all in all, it was a good meetup. Yay for Mia. So, let me fix this. Okay. But anyway, so Wendy meets up with Karen at this place. It's called something Ayana Vivian or whatever, and the owner of the place, she's a very beautiful woman, I should say, not a girl, woman. And she's doing Karen's bridal dress and her secondary dress, okay? And this is the venue that she's want to get married in. So they showed the little clip about how she was talking to Ray. She was like, Ray, so this is where we're going to get married at, okay? We're going to renew our vows here. And then, what I think about is that we come down these stairs up here. Baby, Ray looked at them stairs like, you trying to take me out? And I said, Karen, what you trying to do? All it takes is one wrong buckle for him to fall and trip down them steps. I said, We gotta take it easy on Mr. Ray, okay? Don't take him out before it's time, okay? Like, no, all right. But Raymond gonna be all right. Raymond gonna be all right. But anyway, moving on from that, Wendy shows up. Mia shows up, baby. When Mia showed up, and Mia saw the outside, she was like, "Oh my God, it's like a warehouse." And then when she was talking to Wendy, and she said, "Oh, so this is the venue? Oh, okay. I mean, the interior looks nice." Wendy caught on real quick. She said, not the interior, because the exterior do look like, she was like, we're going to have to put some runners out there. But anyway, Karen was showing off her dress, and she got the first dress. She wanted them to be there to help her pick out the second dress. It was, I'm so, girl, I definitely, listen, I'm that type of lesbian that just don't care about all of this stuff, okay? I'm looking at the stuff and I'm like, to be quite honest, I don't like none of it. To be quite honest, I don't see how y'all be, I just don't understand how y'all go up for some things, and I be wanting to be like, oh my God, that looks so pretty. Maybe it's because when I look at the final product, when it's not on the person, I just be like, I don't see the hype about it. But then when they put it on, I guess when you fill it out, it'll, accentuate it, and I'd be like, okay, that's cute. Maybe I was wrong, But I ain't like what Karen had on, neither one of them, okay? She came out there in that second one, and them things on her arms, and she said she liked the look, and they was like, girl, take that off, take that off. She couldn't even sit down in it. You said you wanted something come through that you can dance in, so that Ray can rip off when you go to the hotel afterwards. I said, girl, we didn't need to know that, okay? And I said, you can't even sit down in it, so how can you do all of that? Girl, loosen that up just a little bit, trying to be cute. Anyway, moving on. The girls haven't really seen each other since Williamsburg, and so at this point, Mia was like, girl, yeah. So I get an invitation from Gizelle, inviting me or whatever for some drinks and stuff, whatever, for Robyn's birthday, and you two were in the invitation. And at this point, Wendy is just like, I don't expect it, okay? Sinead was like, but it wasn't about Gizelle, it's about Robyn. So why is she acting like that? I said, at this point, Robyn and Gizelle are a package deal. And, Karen was talking about, Giselle's relationship. She's embarrassed, she's lonely, and if she was to say that, we can understand her and we will be there for her, and she's miserable. That's all that it is, because the relationship that she had earlier didn't work, and that's understandable. But at the same time, Wendy didn't expect to get no invitation. Truth be told, why would I expect to get an invitation from somebody that I cussed out or who I felt wronged me or whatever, and we didn't clear the air yet? I don't feel like Wendy was expecting anything from that girl. They haven't spoken in nothing like that. So, of course not. And she is Robyn's mouthpiece. So, that's why it went out like that. And that's exactly what Robyn said. I want people that's going to wish the person that I'm celebrating well, okay? And that's neither Karen nor Wendy at this point. Karen didn't reach out to Robyn for her birthday and say happy birthday. I'm like, so what? Either way, it is what it is. But then again, I understand. Okay, I'm not finna come to something after we just had a big blow up and we didn't talk about it. Here comes Karen saying, Mia, you could tell her this. I'm sending this message through you. Basically tell her if she apologized for using the word death, okay, when talking about Ray, we can be good. We can be good. I can drop all of this stuff and it'll be a-okay. I said, Karen, we still on this. Karen gonna run this into the ground. Karen is gonna run to the ground. Let me tell you something. Karen she that type of person that's gonna stand in what she said. If she adamant about it, bitch, she is standing on it. Okay, she is not letting this go. I said, Karen, let it go. Karen, please let it go. Okay, but that's what's gonna happen. I was like, y'all making too big of a deal about this. It is what it is. Who really wants to go to a Robyn birthday party? What is it gonna consist of? Ooh, it's not the social event of the year. Child, Candiace and Chris, we seeing a little cracks. We don't want to see that, okay? This is what I fear when, husbanders and momagers and stuff like that, family members become your manager. But, Candiace is just, I feel like she working from a place from being overwhelmed at this point and, nervous and this and all that. But she got a little snappy with Chris because, she's doing her schooling. She got to learn this choreography. She feel like she going through boot camp. And Chris can't be there on one particular day, I guess, when she's on set doing the actual music videos, because he is going to be doing a couple of cooking classes that he was already previously booked for. And so at this point, Candiace is like, why aren't you there? Why won't you be there or whatever? Because what if something goes wrong and you're not there to, fix the situation? And they showed a history of him not being there, whatever, like when she was in the studio, when she wanted him to. But his whole thing is, you got the choreographer there, you got the director there, everybody there knows what to do, and it's almost as if you don't trust that I'm going to leave you in good hands and have it set up so that nothing can go wrong, or if something do go wrong, there be people there to fix it. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to lean so heavily on me these days, because I also got to work too. It's not just about you. Okay, because what I could do is just stop working and come wait on you hand and foot, and then ask you for an allowance, and just sit back and let you do whatever it is. Okay, at this point, I'm just sitting here like, I know y'all not finna crack at the seams. Okay, y'all both stressed out over this freaking song, and Candiace want to do good, and she just a bunch of nerves. Okay, I ain't even gonna lie, when them two go head to head, that should be funny to me. But I also just be like, oh no, don't put that. But it be real, because that's what real relationship go through, to be quite honest. These motherfuckers, y'all, we get into arguments. Sometimes we get into arguments over the dumbest stuff. But they get into their little arguments. I'm not surprised that they, cracking at the seam. Not necessarily cracking, but just succumbing to the pressure. That's what it feel like. She's a little overwhelmed, so she taking her feelings out on him. And it's only natural that you want your support system, or the person that you think is your main support system, to be around you. But girl, you gonna have to calm that shit down. Okay, calm that shit down, and listen to him for a second. He want to go play golf. She talking about something. You always gotta go play golf, or gotta go do this, and you're not always with me. He was like, listen, I do all this shit for you. Damn, can I do something for 5 minutes for myself? Bitch, that would have been me. That would have been me. I'm sorry. She was like, go out and go fix your attitude. I said, Candiace, first of all, don't talk to that man like he a little kid. Okay, do not talk to that man like he Ashley. Okay, please don't do that. So it's time for this little get together for Robyn or whatever, and everybody gets there. Candiace, she in her feelings a little bit because her and her husband just got through going through it or whatever, because it's 3 hours later. Mind you, Chris walked up out that restaurant and was like, find somebody else that are gonna do this shit for free. I said, oh, you ain't getting paid for this? That's love. Okay, I mean, that's the husband and the wife, I guess. You're gonna have to pay me a little something. But anyway, moving on from that, she was like, I hate when I have something going on with my my husband or whatever, we get into it, because it just puts me in a funky mood. Okay, she was prefacing what was finna come. Okay, I said, Candiace, I don't know if you trying to use that as an excuse as to why you snapped so hard on Ashley, but hey, it is what it is. A scholar gets there, Mia gets there, and she sits down. Gizelle was like, hey girl, she was like, you miss me? I mean, I said, Mia, you just said you just called Gizelle out and said that she was wrong for bringing up, Wendy's husband or whatever. Now you just can't see Mia, goddamn. But anyway, it is what it is. I ain't even gonna go too hard on it. But a scholar was like, where everybody else at? Everybody that's supposed to be invited, they're here. Like, why would I want to invite anybody else that still got an issue with me? Okay, I put it out there that if Wendy wanted to clear the air, she can come clear the air, but she hasn't done that, and so therefore the time has expired. Candiace was like, she didn't know that the thing had expired, so you can't really do that. Gizelle, you cannot put a time frame on when somebody's supposed to come and talk to you after you done wronged them, okay? No, you can't do that. Anyway, and why do she need to come talk to you? You need to go talk to her, and you the one that need to clear this up with her, okay? The fuck out of here. But anyway, Ashley shows up and all that stuff. And then Robyn show up. She's still in her feelings. She was like, even though, just Wendy did apologize, she felt like she was still being snarky with her, whatever. Oh, girl, don't nobody care. Anyway, let's get to the part where they asked Ashley, when you told Wendy this information, did you put a little hot sauce on it or whatever? She was like, no, I just literally asked her, is this the reason why you're trying to revigorate your, sex life with Eddie? I said, wait a minute, what? Is that what was said? Did I miss something? Because if that was said, bitch, I would have been pissed too. Okay? A scholar caught on real quick. She said, no, you don't say nothing like that because it's almost trying to imply that the rumors are real when you're trying to say that they're not. You're trying to say, are you having sex or trying to do all of this because of these rumors or whatever, because of something else that's going on? I said, oh, wow. And Candiace said, in that confessional, see, I knew this bitch. This is what it was. I just knew it. She came all the way to my party to freaking cause all this mess. She spent 4 hours to cause all of this mess, okay? She said this hoe. And then Ashley said, wait a minute, excuse me, you called me a hoe? She was like, yes. She was like, so you felt the need to do that? Yes, because I wanted to. Because you brought your wide body ass. I said, hold up. Now, see, Candiace, I didn't blank out everything else, okay? You was cool. I should have called you out when you called Ashley big forehead because that is making fun of a facial feature or a feature that she cannot, handle or take care of because that's natural. I did giggle, I have to admit. But when it comes to this comment about her body being wide and stuff like that, mind you, Ashley literally just said she's having a hard time, trying to get back down to her size and lose the weight this time or whatever. So it just... We don't like Ashley, okay? At least I don't. I don't necessarily care for her, and I can call that bitch out. She's messy as hell. But in this instant, using that comment, you are somewhat you are body shaming. That lady just had a baby. So, of course, her body is not going to be the same, and you really hit a nerve, and you went for the jugular when you called that girl a wide body ass, okay? That's what you did, Candiace. That is what you did, and that was not right, okay? That was not needed. You need to, if you cannot insult somebody or come at somebody without attacking their weight, attacking their features, you can't really read a person. That's how I feel. That's how I feel sometimes. And I understand that we don't like Ashley and it's like all fair or whatever, but no, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. You could have went in and called the bitch messy, called the bitch shady, called the bitch all these other stuff, and but it's funny, but it's not. It's funny, but it's not. Because I swear to God, somebody would have called me a wide body bitch, and I would have got caught off guard, and y'all would have said that shit in front of everybody. My face would have turned so damn red, I probably wouldn't have had nothing to say after that. Wide body bitch? What? That's what you gonna do? Girl, let me stop. Candiace, that wasn't right. That shit was not right, girl. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt. Do y'all feel like it was okay that she said that? I mean, it's Ashley, though, so it's like... Do you think that Candiace went too hard or whatever, or Candiace was just looking for a reason to go at Ashley, and she used this little reasoning to just go at Ashley? Because we already know, Candiace, that you don't like the girl. But y'all put it down in the comments. Y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I will see y'all later. Peace. Enjoy your holiday too.